The damning statement, recorded by detained police constable James MUKWQNA, directly implicates the officer commanding station OCS Samson Talam, alleging that he issued instructions to discipline Ojwang. Orders MUKWQNA claims originated from Deputy Inspector General of Police Eliud Lagat. This comes despite OCS Talam having publicly distanced himself from the murder allegations. In his detailed statement to investigators from the Independent Policing Oversight Authority IPOA, MUKWQNA narrates being summoned to the OCS's office during his shift. He was allegedly told, and I quote, "There is a directive from DIG Lagat. Do you know him? There are officers from the DCI headquarters bringing a suspect here at 8 p.m. Tell the inmates to discipline him a bit." When MUKWQNA raised concerns about what could go wrong, he says he was warned against questioning orders as a junior officer and told bluntly that disobedience could cost him. Later that night at around 9 p.m., a black Subaru pulled up at the station. Inside was a man in handcuffs, later identified as Albert Ojwang. MUKWQNA says he called OCS Talam, who confirmed that Ojwang was the suspect in question. Ojwang was booked into custody at around 9:20 p.m. and shortly after, the assault began inside the last cell opposite the toilet. MUKWQNA states that 4 inmates, Collins Ireri, Jill Amiton, Brian Mwaniki and Eric Ndambuki, were instructed to carry out the beatings after they were given 2,000 shillings to buy alcohol. As the beatings escalated, MUKWQNA claims he and another officer, Police Constable Kemani, rushed in to stop the torture. Ojwang was found bleeding, leaning against the wall. MUKWQNA says he immediately asked the Deputy OCS Samuel Nganga to take Ojwang to hospital. It was around 10 p.m. when he left for home. The following day, on June 8th, he began receiving numerous calls from colleagues asking if he had heard what had happened to Ojwang. When he reached out to Nganga for clarity, he was advised to call the OCS. OCS Talam reportedly brushed off his concerns, telling him things were not bad and that they were safe. But by June 11th, MUKWQNA had been summoned by IPOA to record a formal statement. He admits that in his initial testimony, he withheld the truth as part of a pact among the officers to cover up for one another. However, he later discovered he was being made a scapegoat by his colleagues. Haunted by guilt, MUKWQNA says he returned to IPOA on June 12th and asked to record a second truthful statement. He was arrested and taken to Capitol Hill Police Station, where his second statement was taken. MUKWQNA says Ojwang was not meant to be killed, but to be disciplined as per instruction of the OCS Talam. Through his lawyers, MUKWQNA has now requested placement under witness protection, stating he is ready to tell the whole truth. MUKWQNA's legal team says they won't be seeking his release on bail, citing concerns over his personal safety. The lawyers claim they have been trailed and intimidated by individuals believed to be police officers, and a formal complaint has been lodged at the Capitol Hill Police.